Hey guys, what's up? Scotch Duck here, once again. Let's not make excuses, let's just get right to the fucking games. But okay, I will say this though, I'm at this point, I get to this point like at near the end of every year, okay, where I'm like, okay, we're at this point, let's see if we can not buy any more games until next year. I always make that promise, I always break that promise, I'll probably buy a few things, so with any luck, these are like this is the last collection update of 2019. With the exception of one particular game that's coming out next week. It's coming out next week. I will probably have to do a few videos on that game, but we'll get there when we get there. It still feels so far away, it's mental. Okay, collection update, here we go. First things first, guys, I picked up a couple of new consoles. Both Sega consoles, big surprise. First one I got here is a Japanese Sega Saturn, and no, it's not yellow. It's white, it's just like that. But yeah, I wanted to get one of these for a while. Because I've been reading, in my whole like pursuit of like, I don't even know what you would call it, like optimum retro gaming for like new cables and new ways to mod consoles, etc. One thing I keep hearing about is how older consoles were like running at a lower refresh rate to American and Japanese consoles, 50Hz versus 60Hz. So I wanted to, you know what, there's people are going to explain this a lot better than I. I've got a Japanese Sega Saturn, there you go. And the other Sega console I got is right here. A Mega Drive Mini. Of course I was going to fucking buy this. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get all of the shit back in this box once you like try to put it back in, like the two controllers, the HDMI cable, the console? It's not even like properly packed, it's like uneven in bits, and it was a pain in the fucking arse. But yeah, amazing little retro console. I'm not really into many retro consoles. I had like reasons not to get, like, if the NES and SNES Classic, it was just a matter of, oh god, you couldn't even buy one, and that left like a bad taste in my mouth. And the Sony PlayStation Classic, I don't think we need to go over that. But this one I genuinely have like no issues with at all. This is a wonderful little machine. Well done, Sega, well done. Highly recommend it. Right, now on to the games, and there's going to be a theme for this collection update, guys, okay? And the theme is, haven't actually touched or finished yet, because that's what most of these that applies to most of these games, sadly. Right, now, the first two games to show off here is, so you know how like Medieval came out for PS4? They came out with the game, it was like a sort of a remake sort of game, and yeah, you can now play Medieval. I didn't bother with that. I got Medieval 1 and 2 for the PlayStation because me and my stupid brain is like, no, I'm not going to play the I'm not going to play the remake, I'm going to play the original. Then I'm going to play the remake, I'm going to draw comparisons and come up with my own opinion that way. I played like a couple hours of Medieval 1 and I've not went back to it since. Not because it's bad or anything, I don't know, I'm just not completely into it, I guess, and there's other shit to play, I suppose, but I got Medieval 1 and 2 here. Maybe eventually. Sony sure likes to remind us that they made Medieval, even though they don't like making games for it. Except for the remake, of course, but you get what I mean. Next I have the Italian Job. I bought this when I was completely drunk. I had a friend who was over and said, oh, Italian Job on PS1, that game was brilliant. My drunk arse immediately went on eBay and bought a copy. It was cheap as chips. I'm never going to play this. I'm never going to fucking play this ever. Is it any good? He says it's good, but I don't trust him. Not at all. Next up now, here is Space Channel 5 for the PS2. I think I bought this when I was drunk as well. I love Space Channel 5 to death. We're apparently getting that new game this year, which I don't know if... You're not seeing much advertisement about it, are you? The VR Space Channel 5, I don't know. I'm a bit cautious about that. But I thought I was buying Part 2, because I don't own a physical copy of Space Channel 5 Part 2. I've got Part 1 for the Dreamcast there, but I have Part 1 for the PS2, so yeah, maybe eventually I'll get it on the PS2. Okay, here's some Switch games. I have 4 Switch games here, okay? I always think this to myself, ever since like the Switch came out, I haven't bought that many like new games for it. I mostly buy games I already own digitally on the Switch. don't buy too many like new games, but yeah, here we go. Dragon Quest XI. Came in impulse buy this one. I already played Dragon Quest XI on the PS4, even though this has like a lot more content. It is, as it proudly proclaims on the front, the definitive edition of the game. And I really love Dragon Quest, and this game in particular, so I couldn't not go for it. So there's that. Hat in Time for the Switch. Guys, the more I think about it, the more I am like completely convinced that this is one of my favourite games of all time. I really, really, really love A Hat in Time. It's a wonderful game, and finally, I've got a physical copy of it for the Switch here. So yeah, I'll probably play through this again, won't I? I really, really love this game. I really do. Right, next is Luigi's Mansion 3. I finished this one, okay? This one was really good. I really loved Luigi's Mansion 2. I'm in the like minority who actually preferred Luigi's Mansion 2 to the first game. I played for the first game not too long ago. It was after this actually got announced, because I never really played the first one, but yeah, Dark Moon. Dark Moon's like my preference, but I think this actually beats Dark Moon. In fact, it definitely does. I agree with pretty much what everybody's saying. It's a wonderful little survival horror game. Yeah, I'd call it survival horror. And last Switch game here is Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Guys, this game's... I think I said in the previous collection update before, right, I've only ever properly played the first Mario and Sonic, alright? When that game came out, it was a big fucking deal, you know? Like, it was announced on April Fool's Day 2007, I remember the day well. And, yeah, I played it, it was like, alright, okay. And then they proceeded to release games frequently, like every 2 years, every Olympic event. Then they took a little bit of a break in 2018, and then they came back for the Tokyo games, and guys, this game, all I will say, right, is that I just finished it today, the story mode that is. This game makes me smile, right? It really does. I had a big grin on my face the whole time playing through it. I think a lot of it had to do with the story mode. Even though the story mode is obviously still at the Olympics, you still got to see like the Mario and Sonic cast interacting with each other. Plus the retro events were really fun as well. You know, that was a really clever way to sort of cross over with the Olympics and the legacy of these characters. I just thought it was really clever, and like I said, it just made me smile. So I actually really recommend this. I think this is really good. So yeah, Mario and Sonic. Okay, lastly, some PS4 games we got here. Here we have Atelier Ariza. What's the subtitle of this one? Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout. I love the Atelier games. I have the first 6, Jesus Christ, on the PS3, and I played those. I've played all of those. I've not beaten all of them, but I really enjoyed them. But since the series went to PS4, I kind of like trailed off them. Like, what is it? Like Atelier Sophie, and I can't even remember the rest of them. I just did not get into those anywhere near as much. But from what I can tell, this seems to be sort of like a soft reboot of the series, or at least a new chapter in the series. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it a go then. Because again, it's a series I do genuinely like. So we'll see what happens. Haven't popped it in yet, but there's Atelier Ariza. Okay, next, Outer Worlds. Now, I picked this up solely because, in a way, I want to support it because it does seem to be like doing a lot of things right and a lot of things that not too many games do these days. I.e., they release a game and they sell the game. There's not all this bullshit attached to it. And yeah, I also want to see if I can get into another like Western RPG, which has always been like a hurdle for me. Western RPGs, they never appeal to me as much as Japanese ones, and I don't like that. I'd like to change that, so we'll see how this one goes for me. Jump cut. Apologies for that, the battery ran out in my camera, but we just got a couple more games left, so let's go right through them, and fuck, these are probably the ones that I could rant about the most. I'll try to be brief, but next I have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. Now, I'm about to give the hottest of hot takes here, guys, okay? In fact, there is no quicker way that has been devised by man to, like, lose the goodwill of an entire fan base than I'm about to do to the Super Monkey Ball fan base right now, okay? Listen carefully. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz is my favourite Monkey Ball game, but I think Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz was better with motion controls. Yeah. Do you even care what I have to say from this point? How about we just say, okay, Sega, either make a brand new game or remaster the first two at this point, because even though I do really like this game, well, the Wii version, I should say, it doesn't really translate well. The level design, it's not as exciting than when you're sort of like struggling. I say struggling like it's a bad thing, like you're going with motion controls with the Wii remote, because that's what made it like a lot of fun, at least in my opinion. Whereas with just a controller, it's like, the challenge isn't really there. I don't know. I'm glad to see the series back. Okay, I'm glad for that. I want to see it continue. This just wasn't the smartest way to do it, in my opinion. But whatever. We got it there. Right, next we have River City Girls by Limited Run, and I got the soundtrack CD here as well. Now, rant time, guys, rant time. A game that I was looking forward to a while ago that came out was Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove. Like the newest Toe Jam game that was being made by the original developer, etc. I was looking forward to that. Now, but around the time before it came out, Limited Run, who also produced this, announced that they were coming out with a physical version. And me, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm a physical guy. Alright, I like my physical shit, I'll buy that. So I pre-order, the physical version of Back in the Groove. But it's not actually coming out until after the game's already been out digitally. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll buy the game digitally on the Switch, okay, and then I'll just have a physical copy, for the shelf when that comes, because it's Toe Jam and Earl. I like Toe Jam and Earl. I'm not going to mind owning 2 copies of that. I played Toe Jam and Earl on the Switch, and I ended up not really liking it that much. I don't want to say it was bad, but it definitely was not getting me. So I get in touch with Limited Run Games, and they actually cancelled my pre-order for Toe Jam and Earl, and they apparently have this policy where they let you cancel it once. You get one pre-order cancel against your account, and then you can't get it anymore. And I'm like, okay, but at least I got my money back. But I didn't learn, guys. I did the exact same thing with River City Girls, okay? When this game first got announced by Way Forward, I thought it looked brilliant, I knew what Kunio-kun was, the series from Japan. And this was supposed to be like a sort of spin-off Western version of it, made by Way Forward, one of my favourite developers. So I'm like, oh fuck yes, I'll play this, absolutely. I get it on the Switch, I pre-order it on Limited Run, I play it on the Switch, I beat it on the Switch, and I'm just like, that really didn't do much for me. And now I've got this here, a game that I'm not that fussed for. I don't want to say it's bad, same with Toe Jam and Earl. I don't want to say they're bad games, they just didn't do much for me, okay? Whatever the fuck that means, but yeah, okay. Rant over, that's it. River City Girls, there we go. That's that, guys. Will I see you in 2020? Or will I actually make a proper video after this? Who the fuck knows? See you after, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.